Well met, Rook.
How did you get here?
I did tell you I had my ways through Illuvians when I introduced you to the Inquisitor, did I not?
The Illuvians in general, yes, but not the Dread Wolf's crossroads.
I would think you have more pressing questions. Mythal?
Mythal?
The two gods have always been linked, have they not? First, when Mythal bade her companion spirit to abandon the Fade and take on mortal form. Then, when Solus spilled Mythal's mortal blood, that he might absorb her power as his own.
Wait. How do you know exactly what we saw of Solus's past?
Think upon it, Rook. You saw for yourself in the Dread Wolf's memories. When Mythal stood against the gods' manipulations of the Blight, she was betrayed and struck down. Yet she survived and returned ages later to aid the Inquisition in its hour of need. How?
Muy buenas a todos, gente. Bienvenidos a un nuevo directo de Dragon Age de Veilguard. Bienvenidos a todos también a todos los que lo veáis resubido a YouTube, gente. Comentaros y deciros que he estado grabando un vídeo de misiones secundarias, el cual lo podréis tener disponible en YouTube pues en unos días, ¿de acuerdo? ¿Por qué? Porque he avanzado un poquito sin avanzar en la historia y he ido completando quests, las cuales algunas las veréis en YouTube y otras no, porque he hecho pues eso, una hora, he grabado una hora, ¿de acuerdo? Así que nada, vamos a continuar, vamos a seguir por la historia y vamos a ver qué nos depara, ¿de acuerdo?
The elven gods had access to magic beyond anything we can imagine?
To be sure, but it matters less what they possessed than what they were. You recall that the first elves were spirits, do you not? Mythal was a spirit turned elven. And when her body was struck down, to spirit she returned. Her essence sheltered in a willing mortal vessel. Over the centuries, she journeyed from host to host, slowly amassing her former power anew. Until once again she was struck down, on this occasion by Solus. He absorbed her power, but not her memories.
Then where did they... Wait. You?
As you say.
If your Mythal returned in Morrigan, we need your help with fighting the gods.
And here I am, as you may notice. But there is something I must make clear.
What? That was like how Elganon and Gillenane can talk in your head, but...
'Twas Mythal you heard, her echoes. Yet I am not the goddess returned.
What are you, then?
Vale.
I once feared Mythal would consume me were I to carry her, but 'twas not so. I remained free-willed and mortal. What I now possess is but a spark of Mythal, shadowed memories through which to sift for meaning. As to our admixture, I suspect you have questions.
You would have met Solus in the Inquisition, right?
I did indeed. 'Twas before I possessed Mythal's memories. At the time I thought Solus a scowling elven apostate whose sole passion was finding arguments. He heard me, in all my ignorance, expound on the histories of the elven people, explaining legends he had witnessed himself.
Bet he loved that.
'Tis not a memory that brings me pride.
A ver.
Do you have information we can use against Gillenane or Elganon, or Solus?
The last time Mythal faced Elganon and Gillenane, she was struck down by the very dagger you now carry.
What about Solus?
You may recall he murdered Mathal's former host to claim her godly might as his own. I hoard no untapped magical secrets, Rook. What I do possess, I share freely with you and the Veil Jumpers.
All right.
Oh.
So, there's the soul of an elven god inside you. How does that even happen?
Mathal's last host was my mother, Flemeth.
Oh.
When I learned she intended me to become the next receptacle of an ancient god's soul, I feared naught would be left of my own. It inevitably came to pass on a deep night. I was awakened by the presence of a blaze of magic in the shape of a woman who both was and was not my mother.
This isn't the strangest thing I've heard, but it's close.
'Tis difficult to describe, even now. Mathal's memories were both gift and burden, this blazing woman told me, but I must accept them of my own accord.
Oh.
The decision was paralyzing. What would it mean to become such a host? What would be lost if I refused? In the end, 'twas something in my mother's voice which guided me.
What was that?
Regret. Not the regret of a god, but of a mother who knew she would never see me again. And so, my mind remains my own. What I gained was knowledge, both Mathal's and of those who bore her.
How can you carry Mathal's soul if you're not an elf?
Her spark has sheltered within both elves and humans who were sympathetic to her in thought and circumstance. Mathal's last host was a woman wronged, trapped by those sworn to love her. We may readily imagine their kinship.
Visita curiosa, ¿eh?
You didn't come out here just to tell me you're Mathal.
I am not Mathal in her entirety, but yes, the Dreadwolf has occasion to visit you in dreams, where he portions out advice. And now, after finding his memories, you have peered into his deepest sorrows. Tell me then, what do you make of Solus?
A ver.
I should ask you. Mathal knew Solus better than anyone.
I would influence your answer. Or do you mean to discover if I would stand directly against the Dread Wolf were there a need?
Would you?
I shall aid you in any way but that, even had I the power. What has passed between Solus and Mathal? I beg you, do not ask this of me again.
Solus talks a lot about what has to be done, being forced to make hard choices. But it's like he's trying to talk himself into it. I think, deep down, he doesn't entirely believe what he's saying.
'Tis exactly like the old wolf to tie himself into the most intricate knots. 'Tis not malice which made Solus your opponent, but conviction, a belief that only he may halt what he set in motion. Yet Solus was once beloved of Mathal.
Sí,
'Tis
puede
his
ser
very
verdad.
loyalty and love for his people that led to the tragedy we now face. You may be in a position to determine how it ends, more so than either of you might realize.
Maybe there's a way we all get what we want.
Do you truly believe such a thing?
Well, maybe at least what we deserve.
If you would shape the outcome of your battle, I've one last secret to share. When Mathal was struck down by the other gods, it was with her own lyrium dagger, the dagger you now carry. Solus recovered it from Elganon, and from it extracted a fragment of Mathal that had lain hidden within its depths. This fragment, a younger sister to the one I carry, if you will, resides here, in the crossroads. I can open the way for you, find her, survive the encounter, and the essence you obtain will aid you in times to come.
Acabáramos, vale.
Another fragment of Mythal, in addition to the one inside you.
You are aware of what the word fragment means, are you not? One small piece of many, formed when something greater is broken. The first elves were spirits, as you well know, and when a spirit is broken, it may shatter into pieces, each holding part of the original. Among the ancient elves who became known as gods, Dirthaman and his brother, Falondine, are but one example.
I'll survive. What do I need to know?
You know Solus, and have seen Elganon, and memories of Mythal. They are creatures of emotion, as all spirits are. The fragment of Mythal that resides in me lived among mortals for thousands of years. She has grown wiser and more patient. This younger sister has not. She is the essence of Mythal as a god. She is unlikely to listen to polite requests, and though she is but a fragment of the goddess, the battle will test you sorely.
If she's just going to attack us, why tell us about her at all? We have enough enemies already.
A fragment of a god's essence is a powerful thing. It may give you options against Elganon and Gillenane, or against the Dread Wolf himself, should he prove as cunning and treacherous as ever.
Joder.
If I were to try to talk with her, do you have any suggestions?
She will demand respect, but detest flattery. She appreciates righteous anger, but will not tolerate pity. She is, for want of better phrasing, prickly. But if you are determined to try, then I wish you luck.
Thank you for the information, Morrigan.
I only ask that you reflect upon what I have said. The Dread Wolf is not so apart from the world as he thinks. There, you have the advantage of him.
Vaya, vaya, vaya. Interesante, ¿eh? Ahí tenéis a Morrigan. Vale.
A god's fragment, sharper than
Hostia, cómo está todo aquello, ¿no?
prevail, or be sundered completely.
Getting close to where Morrigan said that other fragment of Mythal was.
Hostias.
That has to be her.
We
No,
talking or
no
fighting?
puedo.
Guess we'll find out.
You are Rook. I have seen you and your companions. We made ourselves bodies to be like humans, but I never expected to see humans scurrying about in the Dread Wolf's crossroads. And you know who I am?
Mythal.
The part of me that survived betrayal by the rest of the Evanuris, if this can be called surviving. Solus. He drew me from the dagger that struck me down, but what is left of me can only survive here. I cannot return to the world, and even the true Fade is denied me. All I can do is watch. Why are you here? To beg me to give up what remains of myself to help you defeat the monsters Elganan and Gillenane have become? Or do you simply think yourself ready to fight a god?
I came here to ask for your help. The gods have endangered the world and...
You dare explain to me what they are doing? You are 1,000 years from knowing the proper words.
We saw Solus's memories, his regrets.
You saw the recollection he cultivated like a tree, twisting to catch the sun. You wish for my help? Convince me. Make your case, and I will yield my essence willingly to help you against Elganan and Gillenane. Fail, and I shall kill you for wasting my time, or you will kill me and obtain my essence in doing so. A harder-edged, simpler version. It has been centuries since a petitioner stood before me, so why should I help you?
You can't want Elganan and Gillenane to rule the world. Not after what they did to you.
I ruled alongside them for centuries. I bear them no love now, and they were ever flawed, as all rulers are. Yet the world needs rulers. So set the Blight aside and tell me why I should help you topple them.
What they did to you was wrong.
And you care so deeply for the injustice done to me thousands of years ago.
You deserve justice. And they deserve to be punished for misusing their power and killing you when you tried to check them.
Not bad, but not enough. Let us speak of something else.
If I don't stop the gods, the whole world will be corrupted by the Blight.
That is why you must succeed, so tell me why I must help you.
We know the truth about the Blight. We know it came from the imprisoned dreams of the Titans after you and Solus defeated them.
And?
Stopping the Blight mattered enough for you to talk with Solus even after he rebelled against you. It mattered enough for you to stand against the other gods.
And I was struck down for doing so, betrayed by those I had ruled beside for centuries.
You made the difficult choice to protect your home because it was the right thing to do. Help me do the same.
If you wish to prove your worth, you must do better than that.
I am worthy of your help.
That is for me to judge.
I am fighting to protect this world.
Any petty tyrant can fight those who come to their land and claim to be protecting their people. I have seen rulers, human as you are, the mages of Tevinter, following in the Elven Empire's footsteps. They build nothing that does not serve them. Why should I believe you are any better? What is a protector to you?
It's making a place that's safe for everyone. That means defending against danger. But it also means building a strong community that works together for the common good.
And what have you built?
Look at my team. We're not just hired blades. We started as strangers and grew together into a family.
Your arguments are compelling. I find you worthy, Rook. I have spent thousands of years watching. I shall miss that. But if what I am can protect the innocent and smite the guilty...
Lo conseguimos.
This is what remains of me. I give it to you freely. Use it to protect this world with kindness when possible and cunning when necessary.
Lo hicimos, gente.
Thank you.
Lo hemos conseguido.
I offer one further boon. I cannot enter the physical world or the pure fade, but in this place, I still carry some power. Evil has intruded here. The blight, seeded by Elganon and Gillenane. Find it, and when you meet your greatest challenge, I will fly one last time.
Vale.
The essence of a god. Like a piece of the sun. I've never felt something so alive.
So the Dragon Lady came through. Now what?
The god knows her moment. At least her essence does. When the time comes, we'll be
Vale.
ready. We did it.
Vale.
We got Mythal's essence.
Me cago en la óspera, tú. Daño físico 0. ¿Cómo daño físico 0? Más 80 de daño ígneo. Más 80 de daño necrótico. O se hace de todo. Hace 320 de daño, hace esto.
Morrigan made it sound like she was gonna fight you. But she gave you her magic stuff just from
Y
you
aquí no
talking at
podemos
her a
bajar,
bunch.
¿no?
Not sure what we do with it just yet, but if Morrigan's telling the truth, it'll come in handy at some point.
Hostia, pero aquí tiene que haber un momento en el que podamos bajar, ¿eh? Creo yo, ¿no? Vale. No. No tengo. Vale. Vale, vamos a ver.
Ancient power twice recalled from darkness.
Vale. A ver.
The voices again.
Delays. So much more could be accomplished from the then Feneras. Solus raised that beacon in mockery of my own tower of learning. The disrespect.
Do not dwell upon it, Elganon. The lighthouse is but one wonder we shall reclaim.
It will be remade, and all traces of Fen'Harel erased from its walls.
Joder. Vale. 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 Regresa atravieso a través de la encrucijada o el viaje rápido. Si vamos, tienen que ocuparse del traidor. Que... ¡Hostia! Sí, vamos a hacer este, gente, sí. Hombre, pues aquí son. Un segundito, gente, ahora vengo. Ya estoy aquí, gente. Venga, vamos para allá. Esto es para terminar aquí la quest esta de Lucanis.
It worked.
Rook, good. We have discovered what Ivenchi is planning for Treviso. When you fought the comic master in the garrison, you mentioned a note you found that said some comic had gone missing.
We have discovered who stole it.
Eventually.
The governor intends to release it all around the city to pacify violent seditionists.
They called us reckless and now... Now eventually will ruin the minds of thousands in this city to have their peace and order.
Joder, un momento. Un momento, gente. Joder. Vamos a ver.
Who is Eventually planning to poison with the comic? Aside from the crows.
People who have spoken up too loudly against the Antam.
Anyone too friendly with the crows. I doubt Eventually is familiar with poisons. I guarantee the comic will spread to the rest of the city as well.
We know about it, and we'll stop it.
They will trot out some excuse to give to the worst of the politicians and the merchant princes.
You say that as if those were different people.
It is finally time to strike. Go to the garrison and prevent Eventually from releasing the comic.
Once you are there, Thea and I will lead the crows against the rest of Eventually's forces in the city.
Understood.
One more thing. Jacobus stormed off earlier, angry at Eventually. We have not seen him in some time.
Look out for him, would you?
Of course.
Joder.
We'll head to the garrison.
Some of the merchant families have fled. They got wind of Eventually's comic and suddenly worry they are not on good terms with the government.
A ver un momento.
There's the garrison.
You look distracted.
Onto the garrison, the governor.
Please, go on. You look distracted. Something on your mind?
You never get a bad feeling you can't shake, but you don't know if it's for you or someone else.
With my job, it's usually both.
Yeah.
We clear the garrison this time. Eventually's got to know there's no way out for a traitor.
The butcher was weak. This is not the cue.
Antam, get ready. The Antam aren't going to make this easy.
A ver, aquí no hay nada. Vale.
Jacobus.
Me and my friends are sick of doing nothing. Eventually's got their comic past the courtyard, but they've locked the gates. We'll break into the garrison and get them open.
Be careful. The Antam.
We'll stay hidden. Good luck.
Venga, vamos.
Okay. Now for Eventually.
I know you're there, Rook. I'm ready for you. Come face the ruler Treviso deserves!
Bueno.
A strange aura in the air. Something's wrong.
Wait, these aren't unreal.
I see the comic is working.
Finale moves yours.
You're a fool to fight me. Why don't you die? Why don't you give up?
I've got the setup to do the rest.
I dotted every I, weighed every measure. And you're not even one of them.
Rook fought you like a crow.
Antea, Viago, Jacobus, they all took more responsibility as Trevisans than you did.
I lost so many people to the Entente. My family, my cousin. By right, his contract against the governor is mine. And I say Evenchi doesn't deserve to die. They deserve to live.
What?
On trial. Paraded in public. Everyone will know who hurt Treviso, and you'll suffer for every minute of it.
You can't do this. You can't let this brat decide what happens to me.
It's time to live with your actions, Governor. That seems fair to me.
Being made a scapegoat for all of Treviso's ills is fair? You can't put me on trial? I'm still governor of this city.
Not after the crows go to the merchants and the king about the comic.
The message about Treviso and the future of the crows has already been sent. Your contract is due, Evenchi. The crows rule Antiva, and Treviso will be free.
Bien. Sí, señor. Por aquí. Ah, mira, pues sí. Hostia, pues vamos a mirar bien. Porque puede haber cosas, claro. Yo pensé que no habría, la verdad, ¿eh? Y no nos dan nada. Pues no. No. Pues... ahora sí. No hay nada, ¿no? No, macho, ¿no? Vale. A ver, que lo mismo puedo ir. Vale.
You are certain of this path?
Vale.
And you're sure of this course?
You already asked him that.
Viago, dear, can't you see that I'm stalling?
Ah, you are waiting for Rook's interruption.
No, his audience.
Am I that predictable?
You are reliable. I might say, essential.
It was an honor to defend Treviso with the crows.
To the business of the day, then.
Jacobus, are you ready?
I'm ready, Fifth Talon.
What's going on?
We accept Jacobus's right to the contract on Evenchi, and his decision to spare the governor.
It sent a stronger message than killing them. Their crimes will be aired, their reputation blackened.
And during these punishments, the former governor will live with the fear we may still one day end them. For his help, and proving he has sound judgment, Jacobus is becoming a full Antivan crow.
I'm happy for you. You deserve it.
I just want the chance to follow Air's lessons and your example. I only got this because you went out to face Evenchi, Rook. I couldn't have done it alone. I want to find others like me. Orphans. People with no more homes, under a new house name. Neri suggested Igrativi. It's old Trevisan, sort of a grateful life.
I'm honored, Jacobus Igrativi. You and your new house will do great things as crows.
The Fifth Talon agrees.
As does the 7th. Rook, all of Treviso is in your debt. For what you did out there, and for the future you have inspired.
Vamos cerrando quest,
You have powerful enemies. When you decide it's time to put them in their place, we'll be there. And Rook, you'd have made a damn fine crow. Remember that.
Vale, gente. Perfecto. Vale, nivel 39. Vale, porque tenemos varios puntos ahora mismo ya, ¿eh? Tenemos 3 puntos, ¿veis? A ver. Al alcance. Vale. A ver, es que claro. Encuentra las otras 2 fuentes de corrupción, pero esto ha sido una. ¿Y qué vamos, gente? ¿Hacemos esta? A ver. ¿Cuánto llevamos? Un segundito. 45 minutos. Vale. Es que... Gente, luego quería hacer... Yo creo que voy a dejarlo de momento un rato. ¿Vale? Creo que voy a dejarlo un rato. Porque luego quería hacer otro directito, gente. ¿De acuerdo? Quiero hacer luego otro directo para que lo sepáis. Con el Days Gone Remastered. ¿De acuerdo? Así que... A ver, nos han dado... No. A ver. Es que este tiene que ser mejor seguro. Un momentito. Un segundo, gente, que voy a mirar unas cosas, ¿vale? Dejadme un momentito. Hostia. Vale. Vale, un momento, gente, que es que voy a mirar. Vale, es que... Coño. Ah, vale. Vale. Voy a intentar...
The fires are lit.
Vale. En uso... No puedo... Claro. No puedo. Vale. No. No me puedo creer que no haya nada mejor que este. Pues puede ser. Ya decía yo. A ver. A ver. Hostia, pues sí me da aquí como... Ah, vale. Oh. No es mucho, pero algo. Ah, hostia, tú. A ver. Sí. Vale. Un momentito. Tenemos este y este mejorados del todo. ¿No? Sí. Este. Ah, no. Es este. Hostia, pues este se lo voy a cambiar. Un momento. Y este pues... Joder. Pues estaría. Vale. ¿Cómo? Invulnerabilidad. A ver. Joder. Uf. Vale. Pues ahora sí, gente. Ahora sí va a quedar por aquí, ¿de acuerdo? Así que nada, gente, como siempre, y de nuevo daros las gracias por estar ahí y deciros que nos vemos en el próximo directo. Chao.